Have you ever wondered why we fall in love with certain people and not others? I mean, think about it. Out of the billions of people in the world, somehow one person can walk into your life and suddenly everything feels different. Your brain starts racing, your heart beats a little faster, and you find yourself thinking about them even when you're trying to focus on something else. So what's really going on here? Is love just emotion, or is there actually psychology behind it? Welcome back to English by Mind Training. I'm Sarah, and today we're diving into one of the most fascinating topics about the human mind, why people fall in love. And joining me today is Alex, who always helps break down these psychological ideas in a way that actually makes sense.
Hey Sarah, I'm really excited about this topic because love is something everyone experiences at some point in life. But what many people don't realize is that love isn't only about feelings. A lot of what we experience when we fall in love actually starts in the brain.
Exactly. And I think a lot of people assume love is just random, like it just happens magically. But psychology suggests there are actually patterns and reasons behind why we feel attracted to certain people. So, Alex, let's start with the first big question. Why do people feel attraction in the first place?
That's a great place to start. One of the strongest influences in attraction is first impressions. Research shows that our brains make decisions about people incredibly quickly, sometimes in just a few seconds.
That's amazing. So basically, our brain decides if we like someone almost instantly?
Pretty much. And the interesting part is that our brain isn't just looking at one thing. It's analyzing many small details at the same time. Facial expressions, eye contact, tone of voice, body language, even the way someone smiles. All of those signals help our brain decide whether someone feels comfortable or interesting to us.
That actually explains something I've noticed. Sometimes you meet someone and you immediately feel relaxed talking to them, like you've known them for years.
Exactly. Psychologists often call that instant rapport. When two people connect easily, their communication styles and personalities often match in subtle ways. And when that happens, conversations just flow naturally.
So, first impressions can start attraction, but once people begin developing deeper feelings, what's happening inside the brain?
This is where the science becomes really fascinating. When people start falling in love, the brain releases chemicals like dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin. Dopamine is especially important because it's linked to pleasure and reward.
So that's why people feel excited when they're around someone they like.
Exactly. Your brain begins to associate that person with positive emotions. Spending time with them feels rewarding, so your brain wants more of that experience.
That explains why people often feel extremely happy during the early stages of love. They're constantly thinking about the other person.
Right. That stage is sometimes called the honeymoon phase. Everything feels exciting and new, and people tend to focus mostly on the positive qualities of their partner.
Another thing people talk about in relationships is emotional safety. Why is feeling safe with someone so important for love?
Because humans naturally seek connection and security. When someone listens to us, respects us, and understands our feelings, our brain interprets that as emotional safety, and emotional safety builds trust.
So when someone feels like they can truly be themselves around another person, that strengthens the relationship.
Exactly. People fall deeper in love when they feel accepted for who they really are.
Earlier, we talked about similarities between people. Let's explore that a little more. Why do people often fall in love with those who are similar to them?
Because similarity creates comfort and understanding. When two people share similar values, interests, or life goals, it becomes easier to communicate and support each other. For example, if both people enjoy the same hobbies or have similar views about life, they naturally spend more enjoyable time together.
That makes sense. It's easier to connect with someone who understands your way of thinking.
Exactly. And those shared experiences help strengthen emotional bonds.
But here's something interesting. Sometimes people are also attracted to someone who feels mysterious. Why does mystery increase attraction?
Great question. Our brains are naturally curious. When we don't completely understand someone, we become more interested in learning about them. Mystery activates our curiosity, and curiosity can increase attraction.
So, when someone reveals things about themselves slowly, it keeps the relationship exciting.
Exactly. A little mystery can make people want to know more about each other.
Shared experiences and memories. Another important part of love seems to be shared experiences. Why do experiences together strengthen relationships?
Because shared experiences create memories. When people go through meaningful moments together, traveling, overcoming challenges, celebrating achievements, those experiences create emotional bonds.
So, love isn't just about feelings, it's also about building memories together.
Exactly. Over time, those memories become part of the relationship story.
One thing that seems to appear in almost every successful relationship is communication. Why is communication so important in love?
Because communication builds understanding. When couples talk openly about their feelings, thoughts, and expectations, they strengthen their emotional connection. Good communication also helps solve problems before they become bigger issues.
So, relationships that last are often built on honest conversations.
Exactly. Trust and communication go hand in hand.
Now, here's something many people wonder about. Why do some people fall in love very quickly while others take much longer?
There are a few reasons. Some people are naturally more emotionally open, so they connect faster. Others may have had positive relationship experiences in the past, which makes them more comfortable trusting someone new.
So, emotional readiness plays a role.
Exactly. When someone feels emotionally ready for love, they're more likely to connect deeply with another person.
Another interesting idea is that love can actually help people grow. How does that happen psychologically?
When people support and encourage each other, they create an environment where both partners can grow. Healthy relationships often motivate people to become better versions of themselves.
So, love can inspire people to improve their lives.
Exactly. Supportive relationships often increase confidence, happiness, and emotional stability.
So, when we look at everything we discussed today attraction, brain chemistry, emotional safety, similarities, curiosity, communication, and shared experiences it becomes clear that love isn't just random. There's actually a lot happening behind the scenes in our minds.
Exactly. Love may feel magical, but psychology shows that our brains are constantly working to create connections with others.
And maybe that's what makes love so fascinating. It's emotional, meaningful, and deeply connected to the way our minds work.
Absolutely. Understanding these patterns can help people build stronger, healthier relationships.
And that's a wonderful place to end today's conversation. If you enjoyed this discussion and want to explore more topics about psychology, communication, and the human mind, make sure to subscribe to English by Mind Training. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.